I'm fucking up. Fucking up. Yo, y'all can hear me, right? What's good, people? What's good, people? We are here, and this is Keep It 100. Well, we keep it 100. All right? Yeah, we keep it, philosophically and eloquently petty out this motherfucker. I am your host, the uppity Negro, Marcus Aurelius. Yeah, I had it on mute. I fucked up. I had it on mute. So hopefully now y'all can hear me. What's going on, people? So let's start with a few things, a few current events here. You know, a few things I don't want to leave out mentioning. And we're gonna start with this Drake hot sauce issue. Okay. Now, Drake was so bad a simp when he first dropped that he became synonymous, with the touchy-feely simping shit. We would say, hey man, stop draking. This motherfucker apparently learned his lesson. All right. Apparently learned this lesson. All right. My man, I don't know how true this story is. But they said that my man, you heard it, you know about it, put hot sauce in his condom after he finished fucking. After he finished fucking, he put hot sauce in the condom, threw it in the toilet, right? And the chick went and got it and poured it in her shit and burnt the lining out of that motherfucker, man. Yo, I think we owe Drake a standing ovation for that shit right there. Burn, motherfucker. Burn, bitch. Burn. You tried it. All right? This is some shit that we all need to do now, right? Fuck flushing condoms down the toilet and fucking up your plumbing. Put hot sauce in that motherfucker. All right? I hope the lining out that pussy burnt out. I hope and pray that the lining out that motherfucker burnt out. I'm proud of Drake. No more of that simp shit. First of all, he wearing condoms now. He learned his lesson. Wear the condom. Okay? Wear the condom. It didn't put hot sauce. Who took this nigga to the side and said, nigga, put hot sauce in the condom? And now she trying to sue him, right? Again, I don't know how true this story is, but it's funny as shit. So she's trying to sue him, right? Because she tried to do some fraudulent shit, right? And put hot sauce in the motherfucking condom to get pregnant after he discarded the shit, got burnt in her fuckery, And now she wants to sue him. It's like you break in my house and you trip over my kid Tonka truck and you want to sue me. Nigga, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Yo, man, listen. And that's some sensitive skin. He burnt the pussy wall. Damn. Burnt the pussy wall. Yo, she put Tabasco sauce in her shit. Oh my God. Oh God. This is some funny shit. You know. So your boy is fresh and fit. And look, I'm new to YouTube. Y'all know me as a Facebook dude. Yo, I want to mention all my Facebook guys, right? Everybody who rock with me on Facebook, in the comment section, I need you to type next to your YouTube screen name, your Facebook name, so I know who. I need to know everybody, you know, everybody in this motherfucker that rock with me on Facebook. I want to see who's who on here. But fresh and fit, man. My God. I'm the new kid on the block to the YouTube shit. Shout out BGS Itmore, T. Hassan Johnson, who's on right now. And if I knew he was going to be on right now, I would not have done this. Shout out to my man Adam Itmore, right, who will be on with me tonight. All right, Mr. Facts and Figures. Adam Itmore will be on with me tonight, right? So yeah, this is the New Deal Part 2, people. Okay, this is the New Deal Part 2. Me and Adam Itmore did the New Deal Part 1. This is the New Deal Part 2. But let's talk about Fresh and Fit. So Fresh and Fit went on a show and said something to the effect of they don't night ride, right? They don't night ride. They don't night ride. They're like, oh, you know, we prefer non-black women, white girls, or whatever. Now check this out. Those who follow me on Facebook know I am not the dick police. I am not the dick police. You do what you want to do with it. It's not my dick. You want to dip your dick wherever you want to dip it at. It's your business. I don't care. Listen, we find every form of relationship acceptable until it's a black man in a relationship. I see you, AD. I already know. All right. So what I'm saying is, I don't dick police, but let me insert a but here. I want to make this clear. All right. And you know, that's the friends and foes. I want to make this clear. My issue is with behavior. My issue is with social norms. My issue is with enabling dysfunction. Right? I am not anti-black women by virtue of their racially or ethnic features and things of that nature. You know, I'm not a colorist, right? How they like to speak, and I'll address that later. But to be honest, I am a black man who would prefer to be with black women. But I can't put up with the bullshit. My issue is the bullshit. Okay. And like someone said, facial features, ethnic features are not things that black women can change. The things that we have gripes with are, okay, whether it's their size, their weaves, or any other thing that they have the ability to change in the choice not to change is my gripe, and that's where I am coming from in these videos. And their refusal to change their behaviors and these other things is why I say SYSBM. So it ain't about, you know, now while I'm saying that, date who you want to date. I'm not here to say otherwise. I don't know. Let me see something. I just want to make sure that my shit is synced up. If the audio is out of sync, please let me know. Right? Because I don't know if I'm seeing a delay, but let me know if there's a delay in the audio. But at any rate, that's what Fresh and Fit said. Now, I don't give a fuck. These dudes look like they would be the types to date non-black women. I really don't care who they date. I don't care who they date. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta you got to watch what you say in these platforms, because you will get fried. You will get fried. It's not good for them to have said what they said. Listen, you like white girls, rock with white girls. I just had a back and forth with a guy on Facebook basically saying, simp motherfuckers, as long as you don't put down black women, you could date who you like. Now, we know that's a motherfucking lie. What I'll say is, at least from me, now, putting down black women, everybody got their different definition of what putting down is. And like I said, if it ain't about, ethnic features and things of that nature, right, then I don't have a problem with it. Because when you start talking about ethnic features, you start talking about all black women, their noses are like this and they look like this and they stink, then you start to sound like a white supremacist to me. And that I don't rock with. But, all the ratchet and all that other dumb shit, we can talk about that all day. So Fresh and Fit, it's just some new shit every week with these guys, man. You know what I mean? But they'll be all right, man. Actually, the way I see it, that's Myron's podcast, and his man is just there. You got your man on there. You want to put your man on because you ain't want to do it by yourself. Cool. It's your crib. It's your equipment. You are fit, I guess. I don't see a fresh or fit nigga on that podcast. But look, whatever. They get more views than I do thus far. So they will be all right. Now, Janet Jackson, have y'all seen her lately? They're doing this thing with Janet Jackson. She got some shit going on I think BET, right? BET. Shout out Afro Shop. I see you. She got this thing going on BET. I'm gonna pull up a picture of Janet Jackson, right? Lately, man. Oh my God. I gotta share screen. Janet Jackson lately. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear shit about her age because, Angela Bassett older than a motherfucker and could still get the dick. Now, I'm just saying, she's looking like. Let me pull up a picture here if I could find one of nowadays. Janet Jackson. I'm getting all type of shit. So she's talking about finding body confidence, right? So let me share a screen here. Let me share a tab, right? So let me see, share screen. Let's go to Chrome tab and Janet Jackson. Here we go. All right. So Janet Jackson is reflects on finding body confidence. It took a lot of work. So it took a lot of work for her to basically accept, being overweight or whatever the case may be. She's gained weight, she's lost weight. Of course, this is the Janet Jackson from Once Upon a Time. All right. And, this is the Janet Jackson of today. This is what we're looking at now. This is 2021 or 22 Janet Jackson. This is the woman that married the prince, and she's been bounced around. She done had the motherfucker baby for the paycheck, and that kind of made me look at Janet Jackson crazy. The fact that she went and did that whole thing with the prince and shit. Like, that shit was wild, man. Just shows us that Janet Jackson done hit the motherfucking wall harder than the motherfucker. And for all of those who are or were into Janet Jackson, bro, like that oh shit. And Tiffany Haddish. Now, Common is a simp. Let's just put it out there. Common's a simp. But that doesn't change anything regarding Tiffany. I already mentioned it, what's up, Micah the comedian? I already mentioned Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish, like, yo, you got to be, I don't understand, like, these motherfuckers, they be having the clout and the money to go with it. Like, who here, right, I ain't even gonna ask who here would fuck Tiffany Haddish, like on the back end, like, like no red carpet, no nothing. Tiffany Haddish get at you at some shit. You get the number, you slide it to the telly or something, you beat. Okay, she's on your list of beats. But yo, how many people I wanna see in the comments, how many people would like really parade Tiffany Haddish around as they woman? I want to know. Is it just me? How many would parade Tiffany Haddish around as they shorty? Like red carpet, like this is my girl, this is my woman. I fucks with her. I'm her man. I'm her everything. Please tell me. Tiffany Haddish. Yeah, I'm getting some. Hold on, let me throw them up. I want this to be on the video. No. ... No. You know what I'm saying? Like I would, but her attitude uglier than her looks. I mean, look, she might clean up nice. But yo, when I see girls like cut all their hair off, that says something to me. Not to say that I care that a woman has short hair, but like if you go from having hair to now you start rocking the baldy, like to me that it says something, right? It says something like something going on with you. Because girls, they like to cut off their hair to, spiritually free themselves and shit like that. Right? And she's going in on Common. Like, yo, they asked Common, yo, what happened with you and Tiffany Haddish? She says, oh, we had conflicting schedules and it just didn't work out. They asked her, yo, she done did like 3 or 4 interviews. I'm on YouTube. And every time I flip through the page, the main page on YouTube, I see Tiffany Haddish talking to a new motherfucker about Common. Like she's really doing like a tour talking about this motherfucker. Why she couldn't just be like, yeah, schedules conflicted, whatever. Nah, you have to tell your truth, right? Yeah. Look. Women cut their hair when they're losing their mind. Who remembers when Britney Spears cut her hair and started beating up windshields? Yeah, spiritual freedom, resting in their femininity and shit. I am not my hair. I am not my hair. I will not be defined by these locks. Therefore, I will cut them off. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. When I see that shit, go that way. Go that way. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. Can't do it. So we're going to get right to this, right? That was my little preliminaries. I just wanted to catch up with a few current events. If I missed anything that has happened over this week, please tell me. Please tell me, right? Well, Marcus, that represents the relationship of black men and black women. Black women went to the media and bashed us while black men were nice about black women. Facts, because I'm going to tell you, when Bell Hooks died, you had a lot of guys try to be nice about it. They try to be nice about it. They said what they had to say. I'm not saying that nobody went at Bell Hooks. I'm just saying a lot of guys tried to be like, well, hey, she said what she said, this and that. Me personally, I took to Facebook and I said, you know what? I'm indifferent. I'm not going to celebrate the death of Bell Hooks. I'm not going to celebrate the life of Bell Hooks. But when Kobe went down with his motherfucking daughter, and Kobe ain't put a bad word about black women, nowhere. Kobe didn't say nothing bad about black women. This man died in a fiery helicopter crash with his child. And black women went in like it's a celebration, bitches. Right? So, anyway, today's topic: nature, morality, modern dating, and the social contract. This is the New Deal Part 2. The new deal, black men. The new motherfucking deal. It's the new deal, but the old deal is gone. That shit expired. The old deal expired. Right? Old deal expired. Now, me and Adam Edmore, we did the New Deal Part 1. If you haven't seen that video, you need to go look at it. All right? The new motherfucking deal. Right? I'm about to address the dating coaches, dating as a whole, because all week, I've been going back and forth. I had this meme, right? I wish I could pull it up right now. There's this meme floating around. And the meme is a picture of a father and his son. And it says, if your son, 16 years old, come to you and ask you, right, for $200 to take a girl out, $200 to take a girl out, what would you tell him? Now, that was one of the memes that I posted up. Now, another meme had to do with, some about dating, but look, if you guys are gonna date, and I'm not anti-dating, I don't tell motherfuckers don't go on dates, right? But just understand what a date is. A first date, and we're talking about first date, is an agreement to meet in a place at a time so that one person and another person can sit somewhere and get to know each other. That's what a first date is. That is the purpose of a first date. To get to know somebody. To let them get to know you. Now, what it has turned into is show me how fit you are to provide. That's where it has gotten to. Now, last week we did the provider male is dead. He dead than the motherfucker. Guys are gonna go out on dates. It's never gonna stop. You meet a girl, you're gonna want to take her out, and y'all gonna want to go hang out. But we in a new space, right? It ain't what it was, is what it is. And it ain't never gonna be what it was. The cat's out the bag. That shit is done. Okay? The thing is, a lot of guys are not being told how to approach dating in this new shit. Okay? So modern dating. So we got dating apps and all this other shit. And then we got, traditional dates. What's up, shorty? Let's go over here. Maybe grab something to eat, whatever. You got a bunch of motherfuckers online, and I'm not going to say no names, who are making money off niggas, feeding them bad info. Now, for anybody who follows me on Facebook, I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a dating coach. I don't make money. I don't sell dating packages. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I get money giving out money advice. I'm that guy, right? Money advice, investment advice, stock advice. Shout out to my man Alonzo, because he is a guy like me. He is an insurance guy, right? Very valuable. But that's my bread and butter. So I don't give a fuck about giving out dating advice and making money. I'm not the female or the male version of what's this chick? April Madison. Or I forgot the chick name, but I'm none of these motherfuckers. I'm not your Kevin Samuels. I'm none of that shit. I'm not, I'm here for, the younger generation of motherfuckers who I'm looking at. People, these dudes get lied to and led astray, not only by women, but by the previous male generation. And I'm watching them get lied to by motherfuckers that are going to tell them how they should approach dating and approaching women and making money off these motherfuckers. You pay a subscription to a motherfucker, right? Who don't got your issue. Okay? I said it on Facebook. You got guys who are 6'5", wave spinning, drive a Maserati, and they're giving out dating advice to men that don't got none of that. You can't be a select man giving dating advice to non-select men. It doesn't work that way, right? I'm also into fitness. That's why I can talk about fresh and fit, because I'm fresh and fit. But at the end of the day, it's like telling somebody who is an endomorph that they can eat what they want. No, an ectomorph can eat what they want, right? An ectomorph can eat what they want and not gain weight. They can eat all this and all that. You got ectomorphs telling people don't avoid carbs. No, you're not that body type. That diet won't work for you. You can't put a size 10 shoe in a size 6, a size 10 foot in a size 6 shoe. It won't work. You can't be the nigga that already get bitches telling niggas that don't get bitches how to get bitches. Nah, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do this. Some niggas got to. Right? Every man ain't created equal. Now there's that, and then now we're in the modern dating space. Okay? We're in the modern dating space. This is Keep It 100, and I keeps it 100. I ain't got, listen, hey, Marcus, what qualifies you to talk about what a nigga should do to get women? What qualifies you? You just some nigga. You ain't got no PhD. You're not a sociologist. You just some nigga. Well, let me tell you what qualifies me. Okay? I've worked 20 plus years in adult entertainment. 20 plus years in adult entertainment. I'm saying 20 plus years so I don't age myself because it's longer, right? Around females. And I've seen and heard shit that the average man has not. Aside from that, I am what? This is what, 2022? So that would make it, see, 2010, 2011, 10 plus years. I say 12, 13, maybe 14, almost going on 15 years, a publisher of a men's magazine featuring women in the magazine. I wish I had one within arm's reach because I don't want to get up. Candy Girls presents Body Magazine. I am the publisher, Marcus Aurelius, if you didn't know. My guys in New York, if you ever seen Body Magazine on the newsstands, that is who you're talking to. Okay? 42nd Street, 8th Avenue, that was my studio, and I shot, I can't count how many women. Okay? All right. This is pre-Instagram. This is kind of pre-social media. When I started doing that, that was when Twitter was out. This was before Facebook blew up. So when we were putting the magazines out, the magazine publishing game was the only lane that women had to be noticed. The average girl. Okay? So I was one of those guys. So if you ever heard of Smooth Magazine or this magazine or that magazine in New York, I was one of those guys. Body Magazine. Okay? Okay. Doing that, come across a lot of females, a lot of women. Okay. Now, before all of this, okay, I was still bagging chicks. As anybody, late 90s, early 2000s, I had a string of females going in and out my building in Brooklyn. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm letting you know what qualifies me. I'm not 6 feet tall. I'm not that guy. I'm bald. Just so you know, I'm not the guy that's going to take your money and sell you on getting women, and I'm not you. I'm not that guy. I'm your everyday motherfucker. That's what qualifies me. The fact that I've bagged chicks in sweats, wrinkled t-shirts, and beat up sneakers and ashy hands. I've gotten numbers. That's the GOAT. That's the nigga you want to talk to. The nigga that gets something from nothing. Because I've studied women, I watch them, and they so fucking obvious. And I run the same experiments in the same game over and over and over and over. I'm not a game coach, but listen. We got Miss Married up in here. Right? We got a woman. Salute to you always and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is doing good. Miss Married, you are one of the women that are tuned in right now. So I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you to verify some of the shit that I'm going to say tonight. Okay? All right? When I was a teenager, bitches wasn't fucking with me. I was not that guy. And everybody knows this. I was not the guy. And then I figured out how the game worked. And I had a guy put me on to game. Right? The shit y'all are doing is counter to what works. You're using male logic for women. But even then, like I said, the shit is not the same as it once was. The game has changed. Man. So I had a guy, tell me on Facebook, and I hope he's here. Right? If he takes a girl on the first date, he's worried that if he doesn't spend enough money, he's going to throw salt in his game. Right? He's going to ruin his chances. Right? With shorty. Now, I'm not about to get on here and tell you some guaranteed shit that you're going to do to smash on the first date. I would sound like one of these motherfuckers. Hey, it's this one trick that you can do to get the bitch to give you the pussy today. I'm not that guy. But what I'm going to tell you is stop trying to get the pussy on the first date. Stop doing it. Stop it. Stop doing that. They know what you're doing. When you OD, they know what you're doing. I talk to girls, man. When you're doing too much, they know this nigga's going all out. He's trying to fuck tonight. Right? Women will tell you, if they like you, you gonna hit. If they don't like you, ain't nothing you gonna do. Ain't no dollar amount you gonna spend that's gonna get you that ass. Right? You got girls that are going on dates to eat free food. And reports say it's a third of them. I would imagine there's a great deal more that will go out on a date with you because you're safe, right? You're safe, and you're going to get them something to eat. You're going to take them a place that they don't go on their own dime. You're going to take them a place that normally, if they go out with their girls, they're not going there. 3 girls will get in a fucking hoopty and go to, I don't know, Applebee's or whatever bum ass restaurant, and they will eat whatever the fuck they wallets will allow them to. But when they go with your ass, oh nigga, oh nigga, right? And Stuart D. Knight author just said it. Oh man, you took the words out of my mouth. They will take they nigga a doggy bag. I said this 2 hours ago to a dude on the phone. They will go out with you, order extra, with no intention on eating that shit, and bring that back to her real nigga who would not take her where you got her. He ain't taking her where you took her. No. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. I ain't here to take your money. I'm here to save it. And everybody that knows me in real life knows that I can't stand to see a motherfucker wasting bread. If you gonna get what you paying for, oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. But for what y'all doing on these dates, you might as well buy a pussy. You might as well just buy it. Go to Eros, Backpage, one of these websites, pick the motherfucker you want, buy it. Straight out. Put your ego aside. Stop flipping, coins on whether the chick going to let you beat or not based on how much, money you spend on a dinner. And just go buy the pussy. Fuck all the bullshit. Right? Now, I'm not advocating. I'm just saying. The logic would dictate if you want a guaranteed result. If you're going out on the first date to smash, just pay. Buy it. Which is why a lot of us sometimes, and as much as we get upset to see women use men and women enabled to use dudes, sometimes we can't even feel bad for y'all. But the problem is a lot of guys are doing these things because they were told that this is what they were supposed to do. Shout out to Green Gorilla. I was on a stream with Green Gorilla, and he's from the same school I am, right? He's from the same school I am. But what I understand is that the guys who are coming up after us did not have the knowledge or the benefit of motherfuckers saying, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Yo, man, you're doing it wrong. Let me tell you something. Aloofness will get you a long fucking way. Nonchalance will get you a long fucking way. You know what you don't do too much? I'm not saying never do it, but you know what you don't do too much with women? This shit right here. You do that shit too much around women. Now, I see a lot of dudes, they be like, yo, man, girls talking about if you're a nice guy, they don't like nice guys. That shit don't make no sense. She says she don't want a nice guy. I'm trying to be nice. You know why? Because you want a nice girl. You want a girl to be nice to you. When you walk in the house and it's dark, you're home from work, and you flip that light switch, click, right? Click. Do you give a fuck how electricity works? No. You flip the switch and the light bulb comes on and you can see. You don't give a fuck how it works. All you give a fuck is that if you flip that switch, you can 9 out of 10 times expect that the lights will come on. If women are telling you they don't like nice guys, stop being a fucking nice guy. They're telling you we don't like nice guys. And here you go. Oh, order what you want, girl. Order what you want, baby. Anything on the menu, baby, is all yours. Oh, it's all right, girl. Let me get that for you. Let me pull your chair for you. Let me hold that door for you. They said they don't like that. Why are you giving them what they don't like? Because that's what you like. Now, look, we all agree right? Whether I said it or KS said it or this guru or whoever said it, like, yo, what men and women like are different. When women talk about what they want in a man, what's the last thing they mention? Good character. They don't want to say, some will say it, but most won't say they like an asshole, because that don't sound good to say you want an asshole. That don't sound good. But when you look around, what do you see? You see assholes with women, right? Niggas with money and this and that. Money aside, who you see with the women? Who you see fucking? Assholes. Oh, he an asshole. He got her. That ain't right. I'm a nice guy. Nigga, you can change that. Take some of that anger and channel it into your new self. Okay? We were all told the same lies. Right? We were all told the same lie. We watch the movies and you see the good guy or the nerdy guy. He stumble and get the girl at the end, and the dickhead dude fuck up the relationship. That's why all of you need to see The Last American Virgin. It was a movie made in the 80s. One of the greatest movies niggas never heard of. It's one of the greatest movies niggas never heard of. You had a nice guy. He was the star of the movie. And his man was an asshole. His man had the chick that he wanted and was fucking the shit out of her. And then he fucked her and got her pregnant and act like he didn't know the bitch after she got pregnant. So you know what the nice guy did? The nice guy worked really, really, really hard and saved all his money and took the girl to the abortion clinic to get her abortion. Right? Last American Virgin. In the 80s film. Took her to get an abortion, right? As soon as she got the abortion, he invited her to a party. She said she couldn't go, and then he goes to the party, and guess who's there? That bitch. Guess who she with? Same motherfucker. She's back with his man. Now, he done shit on his man over this chick. Now, they don't fuck with each other. So you done lost a friend trying to get his woman being a nice guy. Now, look, I'm not saying that these internet gurus will tell you to be a nice guy. I fucks with Kevin Samuels insofar as that he's telling a lot of these women that their demands are unrealistic. The only issue that I got with Kevin Samuels is that he's having these girls go after six-figure niggas. And he's having these girls play a role to get with six-figure niggas, but he's not telling men, because he's telling you straight up, he ain't red pill. I fucks with Kevin. I fucks with him hard body. Just because I don't agree with a component of his message don't mean I don't fuck with him. Right? But he's not telling men not only the nature of women, but what women have been socialized to be in this current social environment. Shout out to my man Shane. I don't know where Ian is at, but check this out. So now we are going to discuss nature and morality. I hear a lot of guys talk about female nature. I hear this shit all the time, hypergamy, this and that and the other. Understand, human nature, let's start with human nature. Human nature is self-interest. Self-interest is human nature. Me, motherfucker, me. That's what self-interest is. We are wired for self-interest. So selfishness is a virtue because that's what we're wired for. Now, Now that I've mentioned that, right? What we're socialized to be is something else. See, what we are and what we told we are aren't the same thing. Okay? Okay? All right? Okay. So let's start with women. Okay? Men have the same self-interest that women do. It says that we have it for things that we are after. You can look up Freud, you can look up whatever, psychologists, sociologists you want to, right? Our morality is a social thing. Morality is a construct. And we all have this idea that, morality is like this thing and it's this set thing. If you go to the East, you go to Saudi Arabia or any country in the East, how they deal with their women is different than how we deal with ours. How they deal in their social environment. Their social environment is different from ours, so their morality is different. Okay? Here we're taught no matter what women do, we can't put hands on them, but over there, oh, it's different. So you get different responses and different behaviors from women in that social environment than you get here. There are things that you can attribute to female nature, but then there are other things that you have to attribute to the social environment because you can go to different social environments and see different behavior. There are things that apply to women biologically that exist in any country you go in the world. But the relationship, a lot of it as relates to men and women, is social construct. Okay? So back before civilization was what it is today, before all of these industrial revolutions, women needed men to survive. To survive. All right? They needed it. They couldn't say, fuck you, we don't need no man. We're going to go over here in the wilderness, not fuck with you. We'll take dick, but then we'll go over here and take our children and be single and not fuck with you. Now, you had men who would fuck women before, organized civilization, before the society that we live in today exists. And these women would get pregnant and these men wouldn't stick around. All right. We invented these rules so that we could have control of lineages, right? The one man per woman. This is so that if you obligate a man to a particular woman, at least he knew that the offspring that he produced, that you're going to hold him obligated to and accountable for, was his doing. So then we build religions and all of these things that have rules embedded in them to get certain outcomes from people because we want people to act accordingly, right? So whether it be religion or, documents like constitutions or, Bill of Rights and these, all of these are agreements between men. That's why I say all men are created equal. You don't see no mention of women in these documents that started, formed governments and things of that nature in America and other countries. They don't talk about women. They're talking about men. Because men, society is a man-made thing. Men built it. We know this. Women have to follow suit so they can reap the benefits of what men build. Because if you don't fuck with us, you can go back to the trees, bitch. You go back to the trees. Good luck. Right? Hope it works out. You go back to the trees. But if you want to stay here in this warmth, you want to eat some of this food, you want to eat some of this meat that I done trapped? Oh, you going to do what the fuck I tell you, you're going to do what the fuck I want. I ain't got to put hands on you, hopefully. It's just that if you want to, partake, you're going to listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Now, of course, in order to build societies, you have to have agreements with other men so that for the common good. Now, common good is built from each man's self-interest. What's in it for me? So if we're going to form a society, then I have to benefit, you know what I'm saying? Like the wire from the co-op. If I'm going to join the co-op, I got to benefit. If I'm benefiting outside of the co-op, I ain't got to fuck with you, Marlo, right? Marlo like, shit, I'm doing good over here. I ain't got to really fuck with the co-op. Everything you offering me is shit I already got. What can you offer me? That's self-interest. That is human nature. Self-interest. Selfishness is human nature. We often attribute selfishness to women. No, men are self-interested. It's just that you have to sell incentive to men as men in the man space. You have to sell incentive to men for them to collect, be a collective, to build it. It takes more than one person. We have to build it and we have to benefit. Nobody here goes to work for free. So let's not talk like, only women are selfish. We are selfish too, right? The problem is lately is that we have built this civilization to a point where women can reap the benefits without the obligation. Right? Once upon a time, it was June Cleaver. You stay home and cook and clean and this and that shit, and I'm going to go out there in this civilization that we built and get the shit that we need and bring it back here for us. So her hypergamy, is woman's biological function to operate with the most fit, strongest male available in the space, whether it be a wild space or a social space. She wants the best shit possible for her offspring and for her. This is self-interest, right? But again, what we have now is benefits of resources and provision and protection without obligation. This shit is built into this social space that we've built. We cannot demand a certain set of behaviors in exchange, right, for these resources, because the resources are automatic. So what you're seeing here is not female nature, it's social behavior. Men create the environment, women react to the environment. Right? Women react to the environment. I'm going to read some of y'all comments here. All right, nice guy, shit is cap anyway. Nah, some motherfuckers are nice. Like, okay, they can't help it. I know dudes that are so nice, whether they winning or losing, they just can't help it. They can't change. They decide, you know what? My mama taught me this. I'm going to do what my mama say. My parents taught me this. I'm going to do what my parents say. And they'll be nice to the loss. Now, for some other guys, it might be cap. They might not know no other way to do it. They figure if I keep being nice, the girl will like me. Right? Kevin is feeding these trash bags to good men. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I fucks with Kevin. Kevin is saying a lot of the shit I was saying at 14, 15 years old. No cap. He's saying a lot of the shit that I said in high school, junior high school. Right? So I can't hate Kevin. It's just that he's leaving a component out. He's not telling the men, right? Understand, Kevin's audience is women. It's not men. While men might get a kick out of the shit he says, you're not the audience. How many men are calling Kevin Samuels for advice, right? Yo, you call Kevin Samuels, 9 times out he want women to call. He's telling them how to portray themselves, what decisions to make to get better choices in men. He's better, and now I got her name, April Mason. He's a better April Mason than April Mason. He's a better femininity coach than the women who call themselves that. Right? So yeah. So you're getting that game by watching this content. The best thing you could do by watching Kevin Samuels is watch the women. Right? Watch the women, watch how they react to things, and watch what they say. You know, we already know what it looked like out there. We can watch Kevin Samuels and see the lowest of the totem pole scrag call in and ask for, you know, a high quality man, right? We already know that this is happening. It's not something that we need to know, but there's other things that will let you know what it is. The current laws don't favor men in relationships. Too many landmines. The environment is taking out men on all levels. Presidents, CEOs, generals, top entertainers, athletes, and now UK prince. Check this out. This is the thing. You have the opt-out. You don't have to do it. But so many of us have learned that in order for us to be men, we got to play by the rules. Understand who made these rules? Who benefits from these rules? Every time I jump online, you know, $300 ain't nothing for a first date. Did a man make these rules? Understand who's making these rules. If you see something like that on the internet, it either comes from one of a few places. Either a man with ridiculous resources is trying to prime himself as the choice against the average man by saying something like that, right? Or a woman is saying that so she can get a $300 first date for motherfuckers she ain't gonna fuck with anyway. Understand, no matter how much money you spend or don't spend, if she fuck with you, she fuck with you. If she don't fuck with you, she don't fuck with you. And no matter what you do on that first date, you're not going to change that. I know this from experience. No cap. I'd say all of my recent dates, all of them, they took me out. All of them. No cap. And for the niggas that know me, they know. And these weren't no scrags, man. You know what I'm saying? And in some cases, they were adult entertainers, porn stars, people like that. Women you heard of, okay? And took me out, paid to get there, paid to get in, paid for the food, paid. And I'm not a ball player hype nigga. I'm not your select guy. I line my shit up and shit. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, it's important that you look like something. It helps. It helps. I see game coaches say looks aren't important. They kind of not, but they kind of are. It won't help you to look terrible. Now, will they fuck with you if you're not, I don't know, Mars Chestnut or one of these guys, Idris? Will they fuck with you? Yo, confidence, man. Confidence is a lot. Let's talk about Kanye a second. When Kanye first came out and they was calling him all types of names, you're arrogant, this and that. I'm like, no, I know what that is. And y'all might not feel me on this, but I'm going to say it, right? When he gets on there, he says, yo, I'm like Henry Ford. I'm Walt Disney. I'm this and I'm that. And all of that talk, he's talking to himself. Because Kanye strikes me as a man that was told that he couldn't do it. He strikes me as somebody who, when he was coming up, He was told, by women, by others. He don't look like a guy who was getting wild females before he got on. He probably ain't the nigga getting wild females now. Just understand that a lot of these guys have convinced themselves, and you can do it too. You have to build confidence. Confidence is something built. And what might help you build confidence? The way you dress, going to the gym, anything that increases your opinion of yourself is not about the women. It's about you. You have to see yourself as the nigga. Once you convince yourself that you the nigga, they'll believe you the nigga. You have to build your self-confidence. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. A lame with money is still a lame. Okay? So let's go with some of these comments, right? I personally believe religion was mostly created to put women in check. Yes, but also men. Also men. Largely to put women in check, but also to keep niggas from killing each other. You had to control women's, sexual behavior, and you had to control men's natural, I want to run shit, like I want to control shit, the aggression. You have to control men's natural aggression. You have to create order, right? Facts. It's nurture, not nature. A lot of this shit is nurture, right? Women usually, because everybody's talking about, oh, these women are not feminine. And, we learn, femininity, right? We learn that femininity is something that existed a time period ago. I ask men all the time, if the women that we look into the past, right? Our grandmothers and great grandmothers, we typically use them as what the blueprint of what today's women need to be. But understand, yesterday's women lived in a different environment. They lived in a different environment where provision came through men. Survival came through men. Right? They couldn't do it. This was a social environment built by men. The environment that we live in right now is not our natural environment. The earth didn't come with buildings and concrete and shit like that and central air. This is not our natural environment. So what you're seeing in the women is not natural. And I don't mean in the realm of them being submissive. Submission comes through, a need, like this, and it says self-interest. Women become submissive through self-interest. They'll tell you, oh, I can only be submissive if you do, have, give, right? Self-interest. Their needs for their submission have gone up because the basics are covered in this social environment. We've covered the basics. If they feel threatened, they call any nigga or the police or go to a judge, or if they want to get their way. If they need something to eat, government. Place to live, government. All of the basics are covered. That's why they're like, oh, we need luxury. That's the one thing the government doesn't provide, luxury. So they're going to give up pussy. It got to be for something they ain't got. Now, when the government starts giving out luxury, it'll be something else, right? As black men, what's up, Asani? As black men, we all have been conditioned to serve first. We don't think about ourselves. Yeah, because our social space, the rules within our social space, because black culture is a different social space. It's not patriarchal. So you got to always think about when you come in contact with a rule, who made the rule, who stands to benefit. So you talking about religion, or you talking about how men are to act or women are to act, right? Understand, I've lived on this earth long enough to see, women get shamed for certain behavior to now they're, applauded, right? Support sex workers. When I started the magazine, girls were ashamed to say they were a stripper or they did porn or some shit. Now we got OnlyFans where regular women are doing porn. Because we get in the bag, sis. Yes, right? But yeah, as black men, we've all been conditioned to serve first. To serve as a rite of passage to manhood. Right? We've been taught that. That's social. And then you got people say, well, it's in a man's biology to protect women. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's obligation through society. In the social space, it makes sense. In the social space, it makes sense that the women reciprocate, but that has changed. We have given them, the state has taken the place of men. So the women don't have to act in tune with the social contract. And for those that don't understand what the social contract is, it's as a man, if I provide and protect, you are obligated to me. You are obligated to submit. If we have children, you take care of these children. I come home, dinner is served. Dishes are clean. Clothes are clean. I'm facilitating this residence, this home, this structure within which we live, and the way that it's lit, the way that it's heated, the way that it's cooled, the water that flows through it is supplied within the society that we've built off of my physical fucking labor. If you could go get pussy every day for free, who getting married? Only guys, well, I want a woman to belong to me. I want love and affection and this. And men, don't get it twisted. We look for that. But the only, out of men and women nowadays, the only gender that obligates is women. Women will tell you, if you want to fuck with me, this, and this. And men will put anything on the table for that, vagina or, companionship or whatever. He said he's teaching them how to be sneakier, for real. Yeah. If this is not who you are, if you're not feminine, you can only play that for so long. It comes out later. So you're going to teach women to get six-figure dudes by playing a role. So what happens when these play a role ass women turn around and catch these dudes out there? You're not serving the men very well by doing that. Hassani says what I always say, it's a culture thing. It's definitely culture. Okay? Black Americans have a different culture than other black people on the planet. Okay? You can go to other black nations, not just Africa. South America, there's black people there. Central America, there's black people there. The Caribbean, there's black people there. There's black people all over. There's more black people on this motherfucker than anybody else. Oh, believe it, right? But I'm telling you, this trying to buy your manhood and all that, and we're talking about female nature, and you got guys that are afraid when they go out and date women to not go ham out of their pocket. The greatest dating advice I'm going to give you for first dates is this. You know how they want to test, what they say, we want to test your ability to provide. Men, young men, test cooperation. Test cooperation. You got to not give a fuck. You got to be so confident in yourself. You got to be so confident in yourself that you got to not give a fuck what she thinks of you if you take her out to Applebee's, coffee date, first date. Unless you've been on this, this woman for a while, unless y'all done been on a bunch of phone calls where you know what you're getting into, you know who you're spending money on, right? If this is a stranger, you met her in the street, you got her number, don't spend a bunch of money on a first date. Don't do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a figgity fuck. I'm gonna fuck up the algorithm with this one right here. I don't give a figgity fuck figgity. How fat her ass is, how big the titties is, how pretty her face is. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You have to train yourself, as I did early, to not give a fuck about a woman's looks. Not give a fuck that you might not fuck. There are more vaginas on planet Earth than dicks. Look, you want pussy is out there for you to get. Oh, trust me. Understand, you have to train yourself not to give a fuck if you fuck. Don't take a girl out trying to beat. Don't do it. You're going to spend more money. You're going to be on some Wile E. Coyote shit buying the Acme catapult and the Batman suit and the glue. All that Acme shit to catch the road runner and then still don't catch that motherfucker. And that girl going to eat. And she's going to drink on you. She's going to smoke on you. She's going to eat on you. She's going to do all that shit that you know, if I do this and if I do that, she going to fuck. No. If she like you, she going to like you anyway. What you want to do is test cooperation. You take her on a date that would scare away the users. If she's fucking with you, she doesn't care. Yo, I only got a couple hours. Yo, I want to meet you. Let's meet up by Starbucks. They like Starbucks. Get her the mocha chocolate latte, Fuka Chuka, whatever. They like that shit. Take her to Starbucks and kick it with her. They call it a pre-date. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Don't take on no $300 shit and you don't know her. That's something you take your woman to. Or if you know a girl for some time and she's your friend and y'all know each other and this and that, and you know you ain't about to get played, do what you want to do. But a stranger, right? These girls are funny about fucking niggas on the first date. If you ain't getting fuck on the first date vibes, again, be modest and don't give a fuck about how you look doing it. And the funny thing is, you want to hear some shit? That might get you the pussy. The art of not giving a fuck. The more you're not trying, the more you're appearing that you're not trying. You will be shocked at the power of being unpressed. I'm telling you from experience. You will be shocked at the power. My man Gerald is in the house. So they call for mice. You know, Let me see. None of these select dudes are tall for real, as far as rappers and actors. Yeah, well, I don't even want to use rappers as an example. These dudes date Cat Stacks and Amber Rose and girls who got reputations and ruining niggas in the public. And when that nigga's done getting ruined, the next nigga jumps on board. I gotta respect Jamie Foxx. That motherfucker was around Superhead, was like, nope, get the fuck away from me, bitch. I ain't fucking with you. How you gonna watch other motherfuckers go through it with these chicks that are out there? It's like, yo, the next rapper to fuck with Brittany Renner. Again, Drake had to learn. He had to have a whole baby to learn. That motherfucker dip in the hot sauce now. And for those who missed it, we spoke on that earlier. Catch the video from the beginning. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, you know, none of that shit is going to work. The power of not giving a fuck, man. When you're working too hard for something, you might fuck it up. And again, once you learn that doing more won't get you more, if it ain't more there for you, you're going to learn that it's not worth the effort. It's not worth the extra effort. It may do something for you ego-wise. Take that extra money, throw it into a fit, right? Take that extra money, throw it into some kicks, throw it into anything that'll add to your look, your persona, that's going to make you feel like when you step into that date, you that nigga. And it's that's going to sell you, not that you got the shrimp and the lobster for the bitch. I'm telling you. Invest in the demeanor. That's what you're selling. You want to sell yourself as that nigga. Tricking, giving these girls money, paying their bills, paying their phone bill. None of that shit is going to get you the pussy. All the people know the feeling of transgression. That's where morality originates in people. I get what you're saying. At the end of the day, but see, people create their own morality. Okay, a man walks into 7-Eleven, pulls his gun out and says, give me all the money in cash drawer. Now, of course, the guy behind the register doesn't want to give him the money. Let's say he owns the 7-Eleven. He's the franchise owner. He has about, a few $100s in the cash drawer. He doesn't want to give up. Like, fuck that. I ain't giving this guy the money. My gun is a few feet away. I need to reach it. This guy's trying to rob me. Oh, ho, but the guy robbing the place, he's been looking for a job for months. And he got kids at home starving. He's looking at getting evicted. Who's right? Who's wrong? The guy robbing the place, he really doesn't want to do it, but he has to. In his view, he has to. He has a situation. The guy behind the register doesn't give a fuck about his situation. He doesn't even have the benefit of knowing. I ain't got time to explain to you what I'm going through while I'm robbing your store. Just give me the money. I want to get the fuck out of here and deal with my issue. Morality is a point of view. So yeah, all people know the feeling of transgression. But understand, not only animals live in the jungle, we live in the jungle also. And the lion transgresses the zebra to survive. Everything on earth, just about everything on earth, right? In order to live, something has to die. We transgress on chickens, turkeys, greens, beans, tomatoes, yams, hams, all that shit, right? We transgress. There's damn near nothing on this earth that doesn't feed on something. Feeding on something is bigger than what we put in our faces. It's bigger than that. There's a finite amount of resources. There's a finite amount of space on Earth, right? And everybody wants more than they need, so they don't have to worry about ever needing, right? So Hassani says, before the factory era, when black women could work in cities and black men couldn't, they made more money than us. This is why all of y'all light skinned now. Great-great-grandma's hypergamy. Not only that, but it's like I said before, you had black women working in that time, and they brought the money back to their black family, right? So before the factory era, before the welfare era, right? You had women bringing money into the household. You go to third world countries, you see the same thing. You see American tourists paying to fuck women, and those women taking that fuck money back to their households where they men live. So this idea that black men have to defeat white supremacy and have all these resources and blah, blah, blah to gain black women's submission is bullshit. It's bullshit. The average the average white man doesn't run or own all that shit. Now, do white people run the country? Yes. But it's just like in the slave era, not every white man was a slave master. An overseer is not a slave master. He works on a plantation. He's an employee. And he's not as educated as the slave owner. Okay? So Bishop been saying that, but nobody believes me. Black women were creating all the mixed kids. Facts. So 5-foot giant. It's funny because our Black American culture makes black women less compatible with other races of men, while with us it's more. Understand. I already expressed that I have the hierarchy of masculinity. I'll explain that later. All right. But black women they're not marketing themselves for other races of men. Right? While black women are proving to black men that we can't control them, they're also proving the other races of men that they can't be controlled. Shout out to Ruffin. Ruffin, let me get a comment. Let me know who you are in there. 2 for 20 in 2022. You want to take a girl out? Don't spend no big money dates. That's over. All right. As far as dating coaching goes, in the game and all that shit, confidence goes a long fucking way. 5-foot giant. Oh, 5-foot giant. Okay. I see you, brother. I see you. My man Ruffin. Shout out to Brandy B. I see you. Come and get some of this game. But listen, man. Morality, the morality that we are learning in respect to dating and marriage. It's a social, it's a social construct. And it wasn't constructed by us. In black culture, all right, the culture, the morality, all right, what is socially accepted, who's the benefit? That's how Chris Tucker, and I think it's in Money Talks, he said, follow the rich white man. I think it was Money Talks, it was Rush Hour. Follow the rich white man. In this case, follow who is to benefit. Anytime you see rules set, whether in politics or law or anywhere, who's to benefit? In this country, you don't hit a woman no matter what. Where they come up with that? Would I say women created that? Not necessarily. Because men make a lot of rules to place themselves as the choice. men who would otherwise be looked over. If you look at a lot of simps, they're not select men. I would even argue that most simps don't got women. Like, you know, they don't get pussy. Just like women are demanding an idea of men. They're looking for this idea, this standard of men that doesn't really exist most places. Simps are defending an idea of women. They don't come into contact with enough women to tell us what women are. Right? So they're in denial mode. They think that women are these, you know, sweet and defenseless creatures that can't hurt a fly, and they're so sweet and nice. That's because they have no experience with women. What qualifies you, Marcus? I've been around more women than most niggas. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to let you take from that whatever it sounds like to you. I've been in contact with more women than most niggas for a long fucking time. Brandy B, she knows me well, and she knows this to be a fact. Okay? So 1 million more mixed kids by them, yet almost 1 million more black men are married. Whoa. That coffee makes y'all talk too. Oh, she said coffee dates are nice. Yes, coffee dates are nice. They better be. That's all you get in first dates nowadays. Now I would have to try. I would have had to try Superhead now. No, I'm not saying don't try Superhead. Don't bring Superhead on the red carpet with you. Don't be talking about Superhead is your woman, Eddie Winslow. Drake baby mama looks nasty. He could have done better. She was bad at first. I've seen Rose. Again, I shoot models. I've seen Rose out there. You would have beat. I tell you that now. You would have beat. I ain't talking about what she looks like post having his baby, what she used to look like. She was on Blue Star Live and all of that shit. She was all right. Take them out for wings. If they don't eat with their hands, I'm out. Oh, shit. The phone bill is crazy. I truly believe Drake did that on purpose. Yeah. I'm not mad at him. I applaud the man. He's come a long fucking way. That is 50 Cent level savage. Okay? It's a good icebreaker day, something casual, no pressure, and you can really get to know someone. You want to get to know someone. This ain't hot girl summer, y'all. Said defending Pookie. Who's defending Pookie? Please respond to that. Maybe the robber should ask about a job first. Come on. Again, we're talking. Listen, we get in the real world. Bills don't stop. We got to eat every day, right? So if you don't get hired today, even if you do get hired today, you got to wait for a paycheck. Yeah, this right here sounds good. Sounds good. If you've been chasing a job, going to fill out applications for weeks and weeks and weeks, eventually you get to the point where something has to give. So it sounds good, cool. It sounds good. Yeah, maybe the robber should ask for a job first. Maybe he has been looking for jobs. But eventually, kids got to eat. Kids got to eat. So animals know instinct. Humans can know morality. Again, everybody's morality is different. And a morality is an opinion. Some people's morality says women can't wear pants. And other people's morality says it doesn't fucking matter. Right? Now, I do think that there should be a basic agreement. Like Bill Maher says, don't kill each other and don't steal each other's shit. But again, we're living in a social environment where there is abundance and people are still starving, right? So again, we live in a jungle. Humans are not. We live in a jungle. Animals are not the only people who live in a jungle. I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong. I'm saying it just is. Is. It is. Get right or wrong out of your head. Right or wrong is a point of view. What's right to you is wrong for the other guy and vice versa. Different strokes. What might be right for you may not be right for some. That's in the song. Different strokes to rule the world. The biggest lie in the black community is that light skin runs recessive in my family. All right, in this world, morality is what's advantageous. Again, for the common good, sounds lovely. But if the common good is not serving incentives for a particular person, they're going to have to do what they got to do. Survival comes before morality. Morality go in the trash when it's time to survive. When you got to go out there and do what you got to do, survival, morality override that. Pardon me, survival override morality any day. All right, due to emotionalism. Nah, sometimes it's your stomach talking to you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss Bailey. How you doing? All right, they brought money back, but they also brought mixed babies back, and that's where black men being stepdads came from. Whoa, that's crazy. That's something I have to look into. Said, they still making all the mixed kids, just no mixed marriages, right? So, you think black women are making more mixed kids than sisters? I think you meant to say black men, right? Okay, so yeah, little cafe. So yeah, follow the money, mutual benefit. I have to benefit. I'm a human being. I'm not going to starve for morality. You got people that have been taught. Let me tell you what sometimes morality does. It teaches you to contradict your nature and your own self-interest. So in our morality, right, the morality that has been sold to us in this social environment is your woman can do anything she wants to you. You can't do shit back. You are to provide and protect her, and she doesn't owe you anything for it. That's what makes you a man. That is the morality that's being served to you. How do you feel about that? That's no different than anything else we're talking about. All right. She said, I think men completely created the don't hit women culture. I agree with you. Which men, though? There's a certain man, because again, if you go into westernized societies, you see this, and you go into Eastern societies and you don't. You go into the East, you don't see this. You go to Saudi Arabia where Sharia law exists, there's no don't hit women culture. It doesn't exist. Once upon a time, there wasn't a don't hit women culture here. A woman couldn't tell her husband that she wasn't going to fuck him. She had to submit the vagina. She had to submit it. Now, whether one thinks that's wrong or right is their own business. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, that was the rule, right? So what we're seeing here is a departure because we have changed the environment. You can't, you talking about changing the nature. We talking about female nature. Now, female nature is definitely hypergamous, regardless of the environment. But understand, if you take women in a first world nation and you look at the demands that they have on the men in that space and you compare it to the demands of women in third world nations on their men, you'll see a difference. That doesn't indicate nature. That indicates social construct. even in cases where women are getting the money and they're bringing it back to their men. Men who are not making money, men who don't have jobs in that space. So even when guys are saying, well, long time ago, women could work and they made more money than men. Well, not all the time, but a lot often, right? Because even then you had men who, could do this or that, right? But at the end of the day, when women did make that money, they might have let massive hit, but they had to go home. They couldn't stay there. So you have Virginia versus Loving in there now. You can stay, right? You can marry that guy and not get murdered, right? So understand, this is a new space. We have women who don't have to be submissive to you because they get what they need from the social environment built in. They don't need the protections and all of this other shit, right? So you can't approach it the same. You don't have to prove that you're a provider on the first date. I'm trying to tie this all together so you guys understand the nature, morality, and modern dating. What they want to see is proof of luxury, not proof of ability to provide. You're not there to provide or to present proof of luxury. No, especially if it's beyond your budget. You gonna raise expectations. If you go there and you spend $300 on a date, you now set the bar. Anything lower than that now is unacceptable. You got it like that? Cool. If you got it like that, if you don't, you have set the precedent, dog. You have set the precedent, not the president, but the precedent. You think you're going to take her on a $300, $400, $500 first date, and every date after that is going to be $50, $80, $100? Oh, this ain't what I thought it was going to be. Let me get the fuck out of here. So I'm talking about the video when Drake was dealing with her. It looked like she was getting older. Her skin was sagging. I'm trying to. Oh, you talking about Rose? Yeah, that's after that's after the drop, right? So now we too old for hot girl summer. Well, you still got hot girl summer girls. I gotta fuck with you about the Pookie tip, but we know what it is, right? Now I'm trying to see what did I say that you fucking with me about. I ain't defending Pookie, man. You must be crazy. I'm telling you, do Pookie shit. So now let's talk about male nature. Why Pookie gets the bitches you don't? Now Pookie might be 6'2", 6'5". Pookie might have the sharp edges and the fucking spinning waves. He might got the beard down to here. But a lot of Pookies don't. Oh, here we go. BGS just in time. Morality is a social agreement. Thank you. Y'all ain't finna argue with him. Morality is a social agreement. Because when you go somewhere else, they have a different social agreement. So it can't be nature. It ain't embedded. Self-interest is embedded. Okay? Morality is a social agreement. And what happens, a lot of us conform to it, even if it's against our self-interest. You look at Christianity, turn the other cheek. Love thy enemy. That ain't in your best self-interest. But you do it because you've been taught that that's morality. right? There's that moment you choose to rob, maybe the moment where one's misfortune changes for the best, obviously. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but yo, a lot of people die waiting for that. I live in the real world, brother. You say maybe the moment where one's misfortune changes for the best. That's not, we don't live in, that's, I don't live in this idea that, the fairy tale shit where, if you just wait, this, Job getting all the sores and things like that. Like, I can liken this to any Bible story you want to think of, because I grew up in church, right? Where we just hold out and hold out. And at the end of the tunnel, we get blessed. And it's like, the secret of happiness with Will Smith. If you just wait, be good, the meek shall inherit the earth. Nah, man. People die waiting. Self-interest. This is the jungle. No church in the wild. All right? Just say, give me a job. Said, I wish it was that simple. Those Vancouver Indians and PG County kids definitely not broke. Let me ask you, Stuart Knight. Black people have been waiting for our misfortune to change for some hundreds of years. Are we still going to wait? He coming around the mountain when he come, right? Sounds good, but the real world doesn't work that way, man. All right? So here we go. America's morality kept us enslaved. Thank you, G. My man G in LA. Inglewood in the house. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Never commit suicide. Never commit suicide, right? I meant advantageous as to what self is, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, SYS, save yourself. The important word there is self. Okay? The reason why I subscribe to SYSBM is because it's easy to tell guys, at least it should be easy to tell guys, to operate on their self-interest. Don't operate against your own self-interest. Say, well, we can agree to disagree. I don't like to pass judgment on people because I honestly don't know their situation, but I respect your opinion. I don't think she's talking to me, maybe. How often do you start a situation is often you finish it. I think I understand what you're saying there. All right. Actually, that's a convention. Pookie and Ray Ray are social constructs orchestrated by lesser men to justify lack of sexual attraction. That's bullshit. Pookie and Ray Ray are a thing. That's bullshit. Now, AD, you my man, right? This is what I'm going to say in reference to Pookie and Ray Ray. I don't have an issue with Pookie and Ray Ray in the, the sexual context. I think a lot of guys, they use the Pookie and Ray Ray argument, right? Because of their, lack of success with women. But Pookie and Ray Ray are definitely a thing in the Black community. They are revered in the Black community. Okay? It depends on what you define as Pookie and Ray Ray. Because I tend to have a different definition of Pookie and Ray Ray than most. Right? So Pookie and Ray Ray are definitely a thing. That's not something that niggas invented to say, oh, I'm mad because he gets pussy. Now, some dudes do that. I go as far as to say that a lot of guys in this space use Pookie and Ray Ray as a crutch. Pookie and Ray Ray are not a cause, they are an effect. A lot of our criminal class is created by the dysfunctions that we're talking about. Okay? So understand, Pookie and Ray Ray are limited. They are limited to a space that you can leave. If you are a black man that's on your purpose and you get in yours, you can get the fuck out of there. And people will say, well, the successful black man, the first thing he does when he gets successful is leave. Well, you don't create a space for the successful black man, so he has to get out of there. Right? So understand that Pookie and Ray Ray are responsible for most of the things that black women complain about in men. That's a real thing. I'm going to stand on that. When black women complain about black men, usually the things they complain about can be attributed to a subset of men. Okay. So you just haven't seen it, but it's there. I've seen everything, bro. Yes, it is a jungle, and that's a social construct. No, the jungle is not a social construct. Morality is social construct. Morality is what we tell people, how we tell people they should act. The jungle is how people instinctually act. Without society, you don't have morality. Morality is created by society. They are social rules that keep people from acting on impulses and instincts. Impulses and instincts that are driven by self-interest. Self-preservation out the window. Now we're going to hold on to self-preservation, and we're reaching the 7 o'clock mark, and I have to end this stream around 7:30. So I want to touch on male nature. I'm going to read these comments, and we're going to get back to male nature. Now you don't. No, you don't wait. You act. Yeah, you act. I'm here for self-preservation. I tell men, save themselves. Whatever that means to you. I rather believe that we create our circumstances. This nation based itself on religion to keep all of us, especially black people, in a submissive position. They could knock it down. Now it's a different story. Understand, Denise, when this country was founded, the founding fathers were not religious. They left England to get away from that shit. That's a nice photo, too. Anyway, your founding fathers were not religious. They were not Christians. In the South, when they instituted slavery, they sold that shit to black people for the exact reasons you're speaking. Why black people would want to hold on to any component of slavery is beyond me. Said Pookie and Ray Ray are a class. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, everyone. I grew up with Pookie and Ray Ray. Yeah. Brownsville. We call Pookie and Ray Ray in Puerto Rican, what is it, papichis? So they exist and they're everywhere. Listen, Pookie and Ray Ray ain't going nowhere. And girls like them. Cool. And AD, I don't care who Pookie and Ray Ray smash. The reason I don't care is because I'm confident. Like I said, I've been around more women than the average dude. I don't care about Pookie and Ray Ray. What I care about Pookie and Ray Ray, you know, when I do, what bothers me about the whole Pookie and Ray Ray thing is that black women when they romanticize Pookie and Ray Ray, who got the best swag, who got the best dick, who got the best this, that. Oh my God. Oh, I love thug this, thug that. Anything they want to say positive, they attribute to Pookie and Ray Ray. They are very specific when they talk about Pookie and Ray Ray, and they talk about positive shit. But when Pookie and Ray Ray whoop their ass, you know, drink the baby, sell the baby formula, drink their Capri Suns, and do all types of fucked up shit that Pookie and Ray Ray do, they don't say Pookie and Ray Ray did it. They don't say I'm tired of these thug niggas doing this and that and the third. They say black men. So you were specific when you romanticized Pookie and Ray Ray. And when I get on Facebook and any other social media platform and I speak about Pookie or Ray Ray or thug niggas, you know who the first people to come out and defend these niggas is women. Not men. Chaos Reign, I see you. Women. Oh, how you know he's like that and this and that? It doesn't mean this and it doesn't mean that. Understand, men who are on their job and about something don't defend Pookie, Ray Rays. They don't defend thugs. They don't defend fuck boys. They don't defend fuck boys. Now, women, on the other hand, defend every class of female from ratchet to CEO. They will create a narrative or a rationalization for the most dysfunctional behavior in women that you will ever see. But niggas will be like, oh, nah, fuck them fuck boys or them, you know, those thugs or Pookies and Ray Rays. But when women or the simps talk about bad behavior in men, they don't single out, they don't put the same labels on the same men that got all the praise. They blame the collective. That's the problem. That it's not even about the Pookie and Ray Ray himself. It's about the people who worship them. Okay? So, yeah, man. So I'm not jealous of Pookie and Ray Ray's access to women because I have the same access. And so do you. Build up your image, build up your confidence, build up your shit. You can become select. So the same thing happened with us, Latinos. We are the most Catholic, yet that's the religion imposed by the Spanish Empire when they killed and enslaved our people in Latin America. Yeah. Religion will tell you. Religion is slavery. Let's just put it all bullshit aside. Religion promotes slavery. It promotes obedience. It promotes, what's the other word? It promotes conformity. It's a control device. This is not something that we don't know. I said Pookie and Ray Ray are definitely a class, but they don't like Alonzo Aaron. All right, so yeah, let's see. Am I not getting my? So okay, so the issue is they are treated as if they're productive men when that makes them Pookies. Is the fact that they're unproductive. Another thing I don't like about Black culture is that more emphasis is put on these guys for producing nothing than is put on men for, actual productive men, right? That have something more to offer to the culture. You don't make a space for productive, upstanding Black men. That's why they leave. That's why they leave. You don't respect them. Look at who gets murals in the hood. you know, thug archetypes, Pookie and Ray Ray archetypes. You know, not just women, but we've all in Black culture been taught to celebrate the thug. He represents the non-conformity, anti-authority. He represents the rebel, the runaway slave. That's who Pookie represents. Pookie represents that. And any, Black man out working hard, educated, academic, whatever, they represent, the what? The house nigga. Pookie represents the field nigga. That's why we like Pookie. You get a guy who went to school, got his degree, wears a suit every day, goes to work. He represents somebody who is part of the establishment. He represents somebody who is in cahoots with the house. I'm not telling you my opinions. I'm telling you as far as how I see it represented in Black culture. That's why niggas like Pookie, because Pookie say, fuck getting a job, fuck working for the white man. I'm going to get this money any way I know how. He represents anti-establishment. That's why Black people like Pookie, because we don't like the establishment. The establishment did us dirty. That's why Pookie's attractive. It doesn't mean that other cultures in the West don't like bad boys. It's just that a white woman's bad boy is not Black women's bad boy. It's not the same. Right? And, my man Metaphors to tell you, what I regard as a thug, I go straight to the real definition of thug. I ain't talking about motherfuckers who look like or act like. I'm talking about those who is. Right? And in our culture, we celebrate those who is. Now, you got a lot of motherfuckers dressing like, looking like, talking like. But then you got the real deal. How do we get to Pookie and Ray Ray? Pookie and Ray Ray have social proof and can make things happen on a micro or large way until they can't anymore. Than Black women get to chicken naked. See, understand this, right? Pookie and Ray Ray, and then I'm changing the subject. We getting off kilter here. Pookie and Ray Ray are the preferred men in the hood social space. Once you leave the hood social space, Pookie and Ray Ray are motherfucking like 3 of hearts in the deck of cards. Once you leave Black culture, Pookie and Ray Ray ain't shit. That's when women start looking for simps, because simps and what is it? 5 foot assassin? Where you at, my man Ruffin? I know you still in here. I've long said the simp is worse than Pookie. Get Pookie out of here. Listen, AD, I don't bitch about Pookie. I don't give a fuck about Pookie. Pookie can't go where I go. You know what I'm saying? He can't be where I be. If you worried about Pookie, you in the wrong place. You got to get the fuck out of there. Pookie can't go everywhere. The simp is everywhere. The simp is like salt. It's in everything. The simp is everywhere. The simp is in the hood. The simp is out the hood. The simp is in government. Yeah, my camera. I'm still here, people. But yeah, man, simp is everywhere, man. Your worry is not Pookie. So I'm in these groups in Facebook where people want to talk about Pookie. Pookie is not your problem, people. The simp is your problem. The simp will create more issues for you than Pookie ever will. Pookie cannot run for office. Pookie cannot write policy. Pookie cannot write laws. You are worried about the wrong motherfucker. If you are worried about Pookie because he gets more black women than you, then you got your priorities fucked up. That is not some shit you need to worry about. Who gets more pussy and who's fucking more in regards to Pookie. Get that shit out of your head, man. He is not your issue because he can't go where you can go. You can go all types of places that Pookie cannot if you get your shit right. At the end of the day, you are worried about the wrong guy. Your problem is and always will be the simp. The simp will tell these women what they can and don't have to do in regards to you to placate you for pussy or to placate them. That's what men do, man. They compete for the skins. It's just what it is. They do a whole lot. So just understand, you're worried about the wrong dude, man. So for everybody who thinks, I'm anti-Pookie or this and that, it's not that I'm anti-Pookie. I'm anti-Pookie when it comes to these crimes. I'll tell you that. Let's not, somebody said, and I ain't going to say their names, that, talking about Pookie and Ray is anti-black misandry. Okay, well, how do we deal with the issues that happen in our neighborhoods? Are we going to pretend that these guys are not doing what they're doing? That these things ain't an issue? Like, come on, bro. At the end of the day, it is what it is. But again, it only should matter to you if you're in the environment. That's it. It should only matter to you if you're in the environment. If you're not in the environment, it's not your business. That's why I say save yourself, because anybody that's talking about Pookie in the context of, oh, he's fucking up the community, you're trying to save the community, bro. And yes, I do say community. At the end of the day, man, Pookie is not your issue. Leave the Pookie discussion the fuck out. Okay. I just didn't want y'all to get no feedback. Lionel, I got to shout you out. Lionel, what's good? And I'll have my sounds on now. All right. Lionel, thanks for that Cash App. See, right now, I ain't got it set up to where people hit me with the Cash App. I can immediately see it. But I appreciate that, brother. I just wanted to shout you out on the video. Right? So I hope you guys can hear me now. So yeah, so at any rate, yeah, the simp is your problem, not Pookie. Like I said, if the simp is your problem, you need to get the fuck out the hood. You in Pookie's paradise. Pardon me, if Pookie's your problem, get out the hood. If you in Pookie's paradise, you don't belong there. You can't go to the gay club and complain there's gay people in there. Get the fuck out. If you in Pookie's paradise, you need to get the fuck out of Pookie's paradise. Dupree, I see you. All right, get the fuck out of Pookie's paradise, man. Don't complain to me about Pookie. If you ain't trying to save the community, you shouldn't give a fuck about what Pookie is doing in the community. If you are SYSBM and you complain about Pookie in the black community, you ain't SYSBM. You say the community. That's who you are. And that's cool to be, but don't act like you SYSBM and you worry about Pookie. If you competing with Pookie for pussy, you need to reevaluate. I don't give a fuck what Pookie does in relevance to black women. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, Pookie can have black women. Pookie is a product, and I probably was muted out when I said this, but Pookie is a product of the American black woman and white supremacy. The American black woman is a product of white supremacy, and Pookie is a product of the American black woman and white supremacy. Those are Pookie sponsors. That's what Pookie was created by. Somewhat. Said Pookie is the result of the wholesale acceptance of polyandry in the hood. I get what you're saying. It's this non-acceptance, but kind of acceptance. Because we know black women share dick. We know that, right? But at the end of the day, Pookie should not be your issue. But let me talk. I got 15 minutes. Let me talk about male nature. And I'm gonna end up running out of time. Me and Adam gonna have to get back. Right? Let me tell you why I got sidetracked into this whole Pookie discussion. Let me tell you why the shit works for Pookie, because Pookie is in touch with his male nature. Pookie is in touch with his male nature. Women are responding to Pookie's male nature. If we talk about hypergamy, we talk about female nature a whole lot. We don't talk about male nature. You have been taught that in modern dating, you have to spend all this money. You've been taught that you have to act this way. You've been taught that you got to move a certain way to attract women, even though you see it's not working. They don't like nice guys. Well, stop being a nice guy, right? Dupree, you already know I told you. Be a savage, right? This is what I told you, right? Male nature. What is male nature? Oh, let's talk about biology. There's a male imperative to have sex with women to impregnate them for reproduction. There is a female imperative, sexual imperative, to mate with the strongest male, right? Okay? This isn't about intelligence, brotherly love. We talking about basics. We talking about nature. We don't talk about intelligence and shit like that. That has more to do with, social shit and shit like that, and, social interactions and shit like that. Put all that aside. We talking about biology. Okay? Male nature is to fuck as many women as you can, impregnate them, and move the fuck on to do more, right? Now, is this something you want to do in this social space? Not necessarily. But the men who operate on their male nature are not apologists for what works in this social space. Now, some might say, well, Pookie is a simp. In some cases, he might be. But if these women could get Pookie to act right, they would not fuck with non-Pookies. Pookie is not all the I hear people say, oh, Pookie, black women fuck with Pookie because they can control Pookie. Not all the time. Most of the time, you see a lot of shit go wrong. They feel like they can control him because in the social space, if you have the bag, you're supposed to be in control, because that's what women are used to. Men with the bag controlling them. So they figure, hey, if I get the bag, I'm going to find a nigga that don't got the bag, right? And sometimes Pookie got the bag, right? And they try to control. They try. But they try and they fail. And it doesn't work. But the demeanor of Pookie is what exudes male nature. The nature to dominate. Domineering. Aggression. That's why people play Pookie. They act like, dress like, move like. That's why studs who like women dress like, act like, move like, sag like. You can't tell me Pookie ain't a thing if the women who like women emulate this archetype, right? The women who like women. When the last time you seen a black woman stud, right, dress like the lame, an upstanding individual? No, they dress like hood niggas, right? Because what male nature is, and these women won't tell you, and there's women in here, and I ain't gonna lie to you, what female nature looks for is domineering swag. Now, I don't know what date coaches tell niggas because I don't watch date coaches, right? I like my man to check me. I like my man to tell me, put me in my place. Now, you men that have been taught that other shit can't come to terms with why this works. You can't come to terms with why this, because you've been taught by media and other bullshit. The nice guy is what wins. You've been lied to. Pookie and Mookie are in touch with their masculine side. The dress code, the tattoos, the beard, all of those are just indicators. Women are telling you to your face, we don't like nice guys, but you keep being nice. You look at Pookie, why does it work for him? Well, do what Pookie do. You ain't got to do all of what Pookie do. You could still be you, right? But you got to exude some male nature. Masculinity ain't that shit you were told that it is. The taking the woman out and protecting and providing. That ain't masculinity. That's social bullshit. That's social bullshit. That's the shit you've been told that they're going to like, and they don't like it. They're showing you. They're telling you. They don't fuck with it. And you keep giving it to them because that's all you've been taught to. Well, I'm keeping 100, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you. They lied to you. They lied to you. Black men, they lied to you. They lied to you. That is not male nature. And because my time is drawing to a close, we're going to discuss male nature on another video in depth. Y'all, we got to get in touch with our masculine side. This subservient, So black men are submitting. That spend all this money on the first date, take you to get lobster and shrimp and this and that and the other before you even fuck. That's submission, niggas. Y'all submitting. Black women don't like submissive niggas. Y'all niggas submissive. I'ma stop right here and let that really get in here. Y'all niggas are submissive. Submissive. You telling me that a black woman gonna outline the shit to you and you gonna obey? You don't call that shit submission? No, motherfucker. This is my program. You get it, get with it, or get lost. I tell niggas all the time, spend the money on you. Get your nice whip. Get your nice this. Dress right. This and that and the other. You live in that life. She want to live it with you. You ain't never spend a dime on her. She going to enjoy the ambiance. Just chilling with your ass. You pull up into whatever and you say, bitch, get in my car. And she going to get in your car. We going over here to eat. And she going to sit down, eat her slice of pizza, and be quiet. That is masculinity. All this chivalry, pull your chair out, all that bullshit. But y'all mad Pookie ain't doing it. Why I gotta do it? Yeah, why you gotta do it? Cheesecake. Y'all niggas is submissive, man. Stop submitting. Stop submitting, man. Real quick, I'm going to toss this link out. I need just a few people to jump in here, give me some short words, because 7:30, I'm out of here. I'm getting picked up, got to go to an event, show my face, do this shit, right? But black men are submissive. Male nature is not submissive. Male nature is that back in the day before society shit, where I went and hunted some shit. I went and had a buffalo, caught me a buffalo or whatever the fuck. And if you want a piece of my shit, you want to live here, you want to be with me and enjoy this shit, you got to get with my program or you starve. What's up, Chaos?
What's good? Keep 100.
What's good, bro?
That's good, man. I caught one of the streams a little bit. And what you're saying makes sense. And it's definitely on point. To get women in the 21st century, especially living in the West, you're going to have to do the opposite. You're going to have to play the game just to fool these chicks, you know? And a lot of dudes are willing not to do the simple things to adapt to this unusual environment. Or they can go somewhere else. It's one or the other, you know? That's how that works. See, women, I had to give credit, will adapt during circumstance of this men has not really figured it out yet. You know? Because we impose the environment, but also you have to, play the game just to get what you want, man. Keep it going. Keep pushing. So.
Listen, man, black men, I don't care at what level you're at, man. You got to stack your shit to present, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you spending a bunch of money on females for their involvement or their companionship or cooperation. It's, look, this is how I'm over here living, shorty, without you. Whatever that looks like. And if you want to make it look beautiful, do whatever you can to make it look beautiful. Lionel, what's good, bro?
What up, Marcus?
What's good, man?
Just want to stop by, shout you out. You know what I'm saying? Keep up all the hard work. Real quick before you head out, man, you right, bro. I remember when I was my Pookie stage, I used to get all the ass, man. I'm talking about like just lining up. When I finally got into my early 30s, got my head straight, got in my mission, got in my purpose, man, them lines were starting to dry up. I'm like, what? I thought y'all liked the upstanding brother, a dude that's on their purpose. Nah, them chicks like that swag, that Pookie swag. It's
But
funny, bro. That shit's backwards.
you can do both at the same time. You can be about your purpose, but you gotta the chicks gotta know like you ain't pressed. Yeah, you got pussy, but so do she. Pussy is easy. Yo, brothers in the chat. Pussy is easy to get. It's easy. It's no shortage of pussy. The girls will tell you it's a shortage of dick. It's a shortage. They're the ones picky. There's no shortage of pussy out here, man. So, get the scarcity mindset out of here. And you might want a particular woman, but understand, you on your purpose. You are a minority. There's a bunch of worthless booties out here. Worthless titties, worthless booties. There's only a few valuable dicks.
It was baffling. Like
Mhm.
all that, we like a nice guy, we like a man that's on his purpose. They capping, bro. I mean, you get your tatted up, get you a nice little gold chain and a Tim's and a fitted, and you good. If that's what you worried about, if you worried about pussy all day. But I mean, it's a lonely road out there if you just want to focus on your grind and just focus on your purpose.
Yo, getting money is harder than getting pussy.
Yeah.
I mean, getting money ain't that hard either. I'm just saying in comparison. Getting money is harder than getting pussy. And if you know how the game is played, you can get pussy without money, or you can get money and get pussy with money. There's a million ways to get pussy. But what traps a guy is thinking that he has to act a certain way in order to fuck. And that's not what they're responding to. Why would you keep doing the thing that they, I debate dudes talking about, well, the vaccine don't prevent this, and because niggas is still getting sick. Okay, then what's the purpose? I agree. What's the purpose of getting a vaccine that ain't going to stop you from getting the shit that is supposed to be protecting you from? Okay, well then what's the purpose of being the nice guy without winning? You can't win for losing.
True indeed. True indeed. Well, I already got that out my system, anyways, man.
Get your mojo back, fellas, man. Get the mojo back, man.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, yeah, I just wanted to step on up and shout you out. Keep up all the hard work, man. I'm a step down, let others come up.
No doubt. I appreciate both you brothers. I'm a because I got 1 minute left on this stream. Anybody who wants to jump up here and say a few words, let me know what it is, because I'm about to wrap it up, man. But like I said, man,
well,
yes, sir.
One thing, because I know you don't really schedule these streams, but I think one of the few things that I think move forward, I think you trying to be a little more consistent, Marcus, in certain topics that need to be discussed.
No, I'm here every Friday, bro.
Okay.
Friday is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Friday is what it is. I want to try to, like I said, like I told Dr. Hassan, I said, I don't want to go on when you guys go on, because I don't want guys to have to choose me or them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Fridays, man, as far as I'm concerned, Fridays is what it is. But before I and I appreciate that, but before I go, bro, like, at the end of the day, man, I want Black men to understand that what your parents did and what you got to do is not the same thing. You don't live in the space they did and operate within male nature. Male nature dictates that you dominate. You want them to be submissive, you have to dominate. They tell me, oh, you got to lead. Well, then lead. Get with it or get lost, shorty.
That's real talk.
You got to present an ultimatum for whatever it is that you bring to the table. I don't care what that thing is, huh?
is like the word they always hear around the space. The trade-offs. What trade-offs you going to want to do?
Yeah.
There's nothing free. There's no free ride. And I think one chick that, you know, on another panel, which I'm not going to discuss, that she feels she just shows up, a man just spends money, and that's it. She don't have to do nothing. And I'm saying, well, that might work for certain simps, but not for every man. And I agree. The simping has to die. That's what a lot of dudes need to start pushing, because this is the only thing that keeps this circus going. Too many men are simps. It is what it is.
Simps ain't going nowhere though, but women don't like simps. That's why they're not they're a problem to a certain degree, but they're not really the problem either, because women, that's not who they want. All right. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man. I'm gonna say some words and I'm gonna be out.
All right, cool.
I appreciate it though, man. Let me know when you gonna go on again. I'll jump on there with you.
All right. Well, respect. Take care.
All right. Appreciate it. So just understand, gentlemen, I want to say this, you know, you got women out there who are very attractive and they can make demands of their own because they are the preferred product. Okay. Some of them are born into their looks. You have to work to get into whatever you are presenting to women so that you can, you know, make your own demands, right? Oh man, you the last guy I'm gonna get on here tonight, man. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you say what it is, and then I have to go. But you know, understand that, men, it is important that you build yourself up to be. You don't have to be a baller. You don't have to be six figures, right? But be the best you that you can afford to be, and then draw your line in the sand. Period. And don't be afraid that she'll walk away. MGTOW, brother, what's going on? Talk to me.
Hold on a second. I have some problems with the audio. I'm having trouble hearing you.
I can hear you.
I can't hear you too well. Well, give me just a second. Can I step out and come back in?
I'm out of time, fam. I got somebody gonna pull up in 2 seconds, man. We might have to do this on another one. I mean, we could reconvene tomorrow, man. You know, continue part. You know, new deal. You know what I mean? But damn, I'm out of time. It's already after 7:30.
I dig it, man.
But is there anything you want to say? Because we can hear you. Anything you want to say before we jump off?
Well, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to. I mean, you covered a wide range of subjects tonight that were related to how, basically, you know, tying into the provider male is dead and the reason why we need a new deal. So I'm definitely looking forward to building this this discussion with you and you know, and in the community here, that we can really come to a place where men are rewarded for their efforts and can actually find happiness. Thanks, man.
All right. Well, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's your choice who you want to give your resources to. I mean, they shame dudes for dating out, but if you want to keep it black, there's other black women. You can leave this space. You can leave this environment. There are no rules. You understand what I'm saying? There are no rules. You can do what the fuck you want to do. Because we are trying to operate within the morality of black women, the rules that they have set forth, because we are chasing manhood on their terms. Said, to give you props, you're the only black man I've seen in 18 years of me revealing white supremacy. I've seen handle a white man in standard debate fashion in these. Whoa. And it's funny, Adam. I had a guy tell me, not you, Stuart, but I had another guy. Remember, we had to tell me that I didn't handle that man correctly.
Really?
And you remember the conversation? I think you was in it with a guy.
Oh me, yeah.
You know, he said, in 18 years of revealing white supremacy, I've seen handle a white man in standard debate fashion in these spaces. Hell yeah. I ain't scared to talk to none of these motherfuckers. I tell them what it is. You
Oh yeah, I
understand?
remember. Oh yeah, I remember that. I think I saw that debate too. Like that dude got handled.
Yeah.
That's why he had to agree with everything, because disagreeing would make him look like a fool. Because he had no argument basically.
Yeah. Stuart D, I appreciate that in a way that you can't understand, because there was actually, I got backlash behind that, man. But at any rate, man, me and Adam will be continuing the New Deal. The New Deal. I guess there'll be a part 3.
Yeah.
The New
Because the
Deal.
provider mail is dead. So
Yeah.
that's
So
something new.
so if you ain't providing, it got to be another approach. You can't come with the old school approach. The old school, this ain't the old school no more.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with new school women, so the old school man got to die. Your purpose ain't providing. That providing shit is done. So now that we passed provision, where do we go from there? And that's what me and Mr. Adam will touch on. I appreciate it, Stuart. Yeah, tore his ass up. That motherfucker could not debate. Conceding to everything that I'm saying isn't winning a debate.
Exactly. I mean, who could think the opposite, man? Signing a peace treaty means you lost. Like,
yeah. You raising white flags from jump.
Yeah. Already talking about, let's discuss the terms of my surrender. Like, so come on.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I can't with people. Go ahead, man.
Yo, I appreciate you, gentlemen. If you haven't thumbs up already, please do so. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're gonna continue this. Matter of fact, shit, you good tomorrow?
Yeah, man.
So I'm good tomorrow. Let's do this tomorrow. Tomorrow, the New Deal Part 3. Me and Adam Idmore and possibly Shane and Ian if they're available. This is Keep It 100. You know what I'm saying? Where we get philosophically and eloquently, articulately petty. I am your host, the uppity Negro Marcus Aurelius. All right.
Amen.
Brooklyn 100, baby. I appreciate everybody who joined up. Shout out to BGS Idmore for his comments. And I might have him come up if he has time. Right? I'll talk to y'all later. 100. As you